I agree. Who's ready for the draft? Before we get down to business, let's take a look at the 8th seed Boston Celtics again. I mean, you guys would have seen them at the start of the year, of course. Harden, Parker, Whiteside, Garrison, Nance, Baron Davis. It's a good team. It's a good team. Let's just see what the hell happens, man. Let's do it. Let's do it. No crazy hype, no nothing. We are in fucking 2014. Let's just see what the hell happens. Actually, before we do that, how bad were the Timberwolves in general? I didn't pay attention here. 24th. So I have a better chance of getting number 1 now than I did last year when I finished 28th. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. No jump-ins. No jump-ins until the conference final. That's the new rule. No jump-ins until the conference final. Let's just let it go. Unless you're talking about this type of jump-in, in which case you might be right, you might be wrong, but at the same time you did make the finals before. 113 to 101. 25 points from Drew Holiday in a Game 1 victory for the Magic. Game number 2. We won't make a big deal of anything until you guys get to the conference final, because let's be honest, that's where we're at this point. Nothing can be a big deal. 126 to 87. 24 points for Starks Jr., 23 for George, 21 for Gordon. 2-0 lead for the Magic. Game 7's their conference final. I agree with that. I agree with that. Game 3 in Boston. I'm not even going to try to get emotionally invested in this. Nothing. Like, it's just, it is what it is. The Celtics take game 3, 117 to 112. George and Starks both over 20 points, but 29 points, 12 assists from James Harden. Game number 4. Game number 4. The Magic have a 3-1 series lead. Another playoff triple-double in the career of John Starks Jr. The double as well for George and Bosh. It is the infamous 3-1 lead. What a great game for Harden and Davis, but it didn't matter. Top 4 guys all had double-doubles. Game 5. The Magic trying to end it and make it to the second round for the first time in a long time, if I am not mistaken. The Orlando Magic eliminate the Boston Celtics in 5 games. 32 points for George and Starks. Harden and company fall short. The Magic moving on to round number 2, where they will once again play the Atlanta Hawks. You got the Pacers and the Wizards, Clippers, Sacramento Kings, Rockets, and Thunder. Let's do it. Let's take a look at Atlanta. Not going to touch your roster at all. The Hawks, Yao Ming, OJ Dantley, Manu Ginobili, Spates. Will Yao Ming be the difference maker? Fuck your stats from round 1. Who cares about round 1? We're in round 2. Game number 1. Magic and Hawks, you guys have had numerous playoff battles over the years. Numerous. Round 1 goes to the Magic, 127 to 110. Paul George, John Starks Jr., Bosh, all over 20 points. 27 from Manu Ginobili. Yao Ming only played 24 minutes, didn't even foul out. Game 2. We started in the Jordan era in 1991. It is 2014. 2 teams. I'm in control of one. You're in control of the other. Neither of us have won. You made it to a finals once. You're up 2-0 now on the Atlanta Hawks in the second round. 135 to 119 in game 2. 30 points for Drew Holiday. Double for John Starks Jr. So you got a lot of videos. No shit, dude. These are gonna run through freaking. These are gonna legitimately. These videos for NBA might run into like 2023. It's ridiculous. Game number 3. Game number 3. The Orlando Magic have a 3-0 series lead on the Atlanta Hawks. 145-117 in Game 3. Doubles for Bosch and John Starks Jr. Game 4. Celtics held on to force Game 5. Can the Hawks do the same? Can the Hawks do the same? They can. 135-125. Atlanta still alive. 30 points from Paul George. Didn't matter. Dantley on the other side led the way. Ming with a double-double, as well as Manu Ginobili. Game 5. Pacers and Kings have moved on. The Clippers have been dropped. The number 1 seed in the West is out. The Pacers advance to the final. There will be no matchup with the Wizards if you were to make the finals right here now against Atlanta. You do have the Kings first, yes. The Atlanta Hawks win 120-115 in overtime. Drew Holiday injured in the loss. Drew Holiday out for the rest of the playoffs. It's a good thing you selected Colin Baylor like I told you to. And by that, I mean you trusted the AI to take a point guard for you. It's Colin Baylor season. Although apparently it might play Jefferson. Do we change this? I haven't touched anything yet. Do we change this or just leave it? Do you trust Jefferson? Do we touch it? We haven't touched it all season. Beyond the initial setup. I'm going to leave it up to a vote. There's enough things. Enough suggestions. Change lineup. Yes or no? This is maybe chat's biggest decision ever. A 3-0 lead is down to 3-2, and you just lost your starting point guard. No touching it is. Although there are more yes votes all of a sudden. Let's see. It's going to be a no. Lineup stays. Matthew Jefferson's the guy. Game 6. Game 6. Without Drew Holiday, can the Magic fend off the Hawks and go back to the conference final? Yes, they can by 1 point. 125-124. Jefferson with the double-double. 40 points for John Starks Jr. The Orlando Magic, for the first time in 4, if not 5 years, are finally back in the Eastern Conference Final. They'll be playing the Indiana Pacers. And the Oklahoma City Thunder have beaten LeBron James and the Houston Rockets in 7. The door has never been more wide open for one of our teams to win. Never. The Pacers are a good team. Durant, Rondo, Drummond, Evans, Favors, Valanciunas. This looks to be it. Because on the other side, I mean, granted, the Kings do have Westbrook and Griffin. Tristan Thompson as well, whose potential dropped back down to a B. The Thunder, rocking Derrick Rose. It's not easy. But the best player in the world is not in these playoffs anymore. Although apparently the best player in the world right now is Derrick Rose, so maybe not. Maybe not. Game 1. Magic, Pacers, Durant. And the Pacers trying to take down the Magic. Game 1 to the Magic, 124-119. John Starks Jr., 38 points, doubles for Horford and Bosch. 31 points for Durant, Evans, Drummond, also solid. Game 1 to the Magic. Game number 2. Honestly, I don't even know if we stop anything in the conference finals to watch unless it's an elimination game at this point. At this point. Game 2. The Orlando Magic up 2-0 over the Indiana Pacers, 141-126. 36 points for John Starks Jr. 38 for Durant. Starks wins again, though. The Thunder up 2-0 on the Kings. Game 3 in Indiana. The Orlando Magic are 1 win away from their second ever finals appearance. Starks fouled out, but that was some shutdown defense. 1 win away from their second finals appearance. The Thunder 1 win away as well. Of course, the Sonics won a championship in this timeline. Game 4. Can Durant and the Pacers punch back? The Orlando Magic are going back to the NBA Finals. 43 points, 12 assists for John Starks Jr. 34 points, 16 rebounds for Al Horford.
Get in there!
41-11 for Durant. It did not matter. 12 wins, 3 losses. The Magic are in the final. They will be playing the Oklahoma City Thunder. Magic and Thunder in the NBA Finals. Without Drew Holiday, who was crushing it at the time of his injury, but they haven't needed him for the last 5 games. It'll be John Starks Jr. against Derrick Rose. They are without Zach Randolph, which is huge. He was averaging, granted through only 3 games, a double-double. Rose against Starks, and Derrick Rose has been on a fucking tear. An absolute tear. Is this it? Is this it? It comes down to this. A few short years after losing to the Rockets in the final, Thunder, Magic for the NBA championship in 2014. We started in the Jordan era. In 1991 is the second time the charm for the Magic. 1 season after Endo was begging for us to end this, by the way. Game number 1. Game number 1. One nothing Magic. 132-101. 37 points, the double-double for Starks. Bosch as well. Rose dropped 28. It wasn't enough. Game number 2. One-point game with under 2 minutes to go. No jumping. Oh, no, 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 no. It's the NBA Finals, peeps. It's the NBA Finals. There are jump-ins in the finals. Can the Magic pull it off? Paul George. Back out to Starks.
There's a minute 34.
Clock ticking down. Paul George trying to drive. George blocked and recovered by Granger.
Here's Buckner.
Out to Buckner. Generated player. Buckner looking for space. 1:14 to go. Buckner back out. Maxwell for three. Missed it. Picked up by George. George trying to drive the big spin. George can't get it to fall. Rebounded by Jeffries. 50 seconds. Buckner looking. Trying to drive. The switch is there. Buckner hands off to Maxwell, who gives the Thunder the lead with 37 to go.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game.
Starks. Over to Serge Ibaka. Starks. Jumper. Bounces out. Two shots here for the Thunder. Misses the first. Full change with the exception of Jeffries at the line. Well, not Jeffries, but Ariza at the line. Ariza did change spots. Ariza hits the second. 2-point lead for the Thunder.
They trail by 2. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
Get the security blanket back. Paul George. 20 seconds.
Let's check in with David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in.
Looked for the pick, wasn't there. George on the drive. George gets it to fall. Tie game with 10 seconds to go.
This is where we want to be.
Paul George.
Take it. That means big plays and big shots.
10 seconds on the clock.
Big moment, Kevin.
Thank you, David.
But a big, big play for Paul George. The Thunder have too much time.
There's 10 seconds left.
Buckner. 7 seconds.
Here's Buckner.
Buckner looking. There's the pick. Buckner for the win. Can't get it. We're going to overtime in game number 2.
We'll go to overtime. 2K Sports. Back in a moment from the...
We continue on. Paul George tied it. The Thunder couldn't find the win. At least in regulation. Sim to 130.
And now we get set.
I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to do that. I mean, it might.
Stirring contest.
Well, am I willing to do that, though? It's the NBA Final. It's the NBA Final, though. Tip-off won by the Magic. Starks Jr.
Pass to Forte.
Over to Forte. I don't even know who the fuck that is.
Pass to
Random depth dude. Paul George.
6 on the shot clock.
Looking to drive. George, the shot doesn't fall. Rebounded by Bosch.
Laid in with a nice...
Who gets the follow-up?
Bosch has got the first point.
So unfortunately, Forte is in. It makes you wonder about Gordon.
Oklahoma City trailing. Ariza with it.
2-point lead for the Magic.
To Buckner.
Buckner, great defense there by Starks. Buckner's shot doesn't go. Bosch on the rebound.
Got 11 rebounds in the game.
Hands it off for George. Paul George takes the shot. Doesn't fall.
Jeffries got 8 rebounds in this game. Ariza outside, passes it to Buckner.
Ariza for Buckner.
To the inside.
Buckner, hands off. Thaddeus Young gets it to go.
8 for 11 with that shot.
Boy, I tell you what, Thaddeus Young.
Tie game at 126 apiece.
Move here, and when that's the case, hey, if you're his teammate,
I believe that was Thaddeus Young. Not mistaken about their lineup.
Injury report. We get a
Derrick Rose has broken his nose
Kevin, I caught up with
and is presumed out for the season.
He said that he does have a
Turnover here.
It's definitely a
Buckner
injury, but
on the break, held up.
to have an injury like this now in the NBA.
Will Derrick Rose, in fact, miss the rest of this finals?
Thanks for the status report there, David. At least we now know.
No wonder why Buckner's the main man.
yeah, when you talk injury,
There's the pick. Buckner, shot, doesn't go. Rebounded by Bosch.
for him, just watch.
There is literally no excuse, as if there's have ever been excuses for this team.
Now here's Bosch.
Pure insanity. Every time we're like, there's no more excuses. Oh my God, Chris Bosch, the N1!
Anyway, so a 3-point
Huge play for Chris Bosch. The behind the back.
the Magic.
A gigantic play.
Derrick Rose.
Rose is back on the floor. Rose is not out. Forte is off for Eric Gordon. Fake news. Chris Bosch, I live, bitch. Call an ambulance, but not for me.
Free throw.
As Bosch misses the follow-up free throw.
Huge contributor, comes up big in so many.
Turns out, much like Paul Pierce, he just had to poop himself.
Pass to Buckner.
Buckner.
Back to Rose.
Over to Derrick Rose. Broken nose and all. No mask. Rose the oop, and it goes.
Lays it in.
Buckner ties the game at 128.
Could have messed that up trying for a big slam. Nice work going to the layup.
George with
Shot early for George. He misses it off the back iron.
And you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
Derrick Rose on the drive. Rose and one. Derrick Rose.
Hey guys, we know Rose has
Derrick knows.
before. Just add another one to the highlight reel.
This is his flu game. And he hits the follow-up three-point play and a three-point lead for the Thunder.
3. Outside Gordon.
Eric Gordon.
Down low.
Gordon looking. Hits Starks. Starks from just about the free throw line.
32 points.
Hits it for two.
I love Eric Gordon as a combo guard. He's a multi-talented player who can play either guard position.
Outside.
Rose. Hands off for Thaddeus Young. Young against Starks. It's a mismatch in size. Starks sticking with him. Danny Granger doesn't pull the trigger. 4 seconds. Derrick Rose for three. Bounces out. Rebounded by Young, who gets the putback. The size mismatch against Starks did pay off. Thunder up by 3. Paul George
George against Granger. Horford with a screen out.
uses the pick. George for 3. Missed it again.
Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
George goes cold.
Here's Granger.
Granger makes it.
Now it's a 5-point Thunder lead.
What a play by Danny Granger right into your living room.
Having their way. Any lull in the action so far?
Thunder by 5, 1:05 to play in overtime, game 2.
Here's George.
The NBA final, again, the Magic a 1-0 lead.
Fires Johnson.
George takes another shot, misses another shot.
Has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying to.
Young down low, kicks out for Rose, and there's a foul on a reach-in attempt from Gordon.
They double him with Horford.
Double team on Buckner, nearly threw it out of bounds. He turns it over. Here comes Starks, has Paul George down the wing. Starks holds it. He's looking.
It Dish now to Bosch.
Hands it to Bosch, who takes the shot. Bounces out.
So the Thunder will take it the other way. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
And unfortunately, here in this overtime, the Magic just haven't been able to clutch it. Jeffries with the worst free throw I've ever seen this side of Chicago. Jeffries again. Makes the second. Thunder by 6. On the verge of tying up the finals at 1 game apiece. Paul George, ice cold. They'll call another timeout. They're final. Hey, you guys have won jumping games. It's just the losses stand out more than the wins.
2-second difference between shot clock.
Bosch trying to drive. Bosch to George. George gets it to break the cold streak, but with 21 seconds left, still down by 4. They need a turnover here. Granger finds Rose. And the broken nose will go to the line.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble.
First shot good. Leads back to 5. Makes them both.
Free throws are good.
6-point lead, 20 seconds left.
Important for him to come through at the line there because
George puts up a prayer,
And it's George missing.
and that'll do it.
Intentional foul.
The Oklahoma City Thunder are going to take game 2, 139-134. 42 points, 11 rebounds for Paul George. But late in the game, when it really mattered, was when he struggled. Fourth quarter had 12 points. In that overtime, 1 of 7, including 0 for 4 from 3. He got you there, and then he absolutely fell apart. 23 of the 23 in 20 minutes. That's a rough one. That's a rough one. Game number 3 in OKC. Didn't check to see if Derrick Rose is in. He is. Rose is indeed playing. The Oklahoma City Thunder have a 2-1 series lead, 124-98 in game 3. 33 points from Paul George. 54 points from Derrick Rose. Two-1 Thunder lead. Game number 4. Can the Magic bounce back? It's looking okay. And the Thunder have closed the gap. 1:38 to go and a 3-point lead for the Magic. It is their ball. Paul George inside. Chris Bosh throws it down. Magic up by 5. Rose against George. Rose has nowhere to go. Ariza takes the 3. Bounces out. Bosh on the rebound. Ersan Ilyasova steps out of bounds.
Jared Jeffries, he's checked in for Len, and Buckner subbed in for Maxwell. And Orlando making a change here.
A full lineup change.
Here's Rose. 1:10 left in the game.
1:08 to go. Can the Magic tie this series at 2 apiece? Derrick Rose takes the shot, misses it, rebounded by Jeffries. The putback goes, no foul. 101-98, 59 seconds to go.
George.
See what George can do. Trying to drive. Takes the shot. George misses.
I tell you what, the defense should sing Christmas cards for that miss.
Ariza trying to drive. Gets it inside. Thaddeus Young. Own rebound. Put back goes. The lead's down to 1.
Bring them within 1.
No, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm.
George takes the shot. Misses it. 25 seconds. The league's down to 1.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game.
Hi, Jack, you beautiful, handsome bastard. How are you? Derrick Rose against the rookie. Rose puts the shot up. Doesn't fall. Bosch, the rebound. Gets it to the rookie Jefferson.
Just milk those last seconds away.
Drew Holiday out with injury. Jefferson in to replace him. 6 seconds. 1 point game. Game 4 in the NBA Finals. Bosch passing the buck to the young buck Jefferson. The 2 biggest free throws of his life.
And he misses the first.
He misses the first.
David, here comes the pizza. See it?
Eichel, thank you for the 26 months, buddy.
Jeez. Highly
Jefferson,
unnecessary.
the second shot. Misses them both. Thaddeus Young on the rebounds.
Decide to talk it over. They're behind by 1.
Chris Bosch passed the buck, and the rookie failed the test. 6 seconds. Can the Thunder take a 3-1 series lead? It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. Here we go. Inbound to Derrick Rose. 3 seconds. Rose gonna have to put up the prayer for 3. He missed it. And the Orlando Magic have tied this series up
This was a crucial
at 2 apiece.
series at 2 apiece.
They survive game 4 by 1 point. Shutdown defense from the rookie gave Rose no space.
3-game series, and
It's a best of 3 from this point on.
This is all wrapped up.
A huge result for the Magic.
And David Aldridge. This is Kevin
Doing what they couldn't do against the Rockets and winning more than 1 game, if I'm not mistaken.
tuning in.
We head back to Orlando. It's a best of 3. 29 points from Rose. 30. And a double-double for Starks. Bosch with a double as well. Jefferson. Wow. You ready for game 5 of the NBA Final? What a start for the Magic. The Thunder started to close the distance, though. The Orlando Magic are 1 win away from an NBA title. 43 points for John Starks Jr. Paul George with 31. Bosch with 21. 1 game away. Can the Magic get it done in OKC?
Game 6 of the NBA Finals. The Thunder are down 2 games to 3 with the opportunity to prove themselves to the league, their fans, and most importantly, themselves. It's a pivotal must-win battle against the Orlando Magic. The NBA postseason coming up next.
Eat your heart out, NHL, and most other games.
The championship could be claimed right here. Folks, it is electric in the arena for this Game 6 of the NBA Finals. So glad you could join us for it. And tonight it'll be the Oklahoma City Thunder going up against the Orlando Magic. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our reporter tonight on the sideline, David Aldridge.
Michael, I mean, it depends on how much you like basketball. You've had a hell of a lot of fun with it. One game away. One game away. Is this the time where the Orlando Magic get it done? Opening tip. Lennon Horford. And the Magic will get that first possession. Here we go. Here we go. Close game at half. 52-50. Here we go. Here we go. Are the Magic about to win the NBA title and finally end this? Or will the Thunder force Game 7? Ilyasova's in at shooting guard.
Granger outside.
Granger to Rose.
Rose against Jefferson.
Rose against the rookie. Doesn't pull the trigger on the shot. Alex Len inside. Jeffries, they're moving it. Buckner's going to have to shoot. Buckner has space, gets to the line. Shot bounces out, and it's held on by Steven Adams. 1:50 to go. Ilyasova with the moves. Ersan misses. Rebounded by Ibaka. His putback fails. Jeffries on the rebound.
6 rebounds in the game. Granger dishes to Rose.
135. Rose against Jefferson again. Derrick Rose against Steven Adams. Hands off to Len. Outside. Danny Granger misses it. A wide open three. Magic still up by 2.
Jefferson against Rose.
Inside. Chris Bosh. 4-point lead for the Magic. Shout out to Dad Gamer. For the raid, you might be here to witness the end of a 23-year journey. Here comes Derrick Rose, step back, misses it. Huge miss from Derrick Rose. Bosh on the rebound, 54 to go. Are the Magic finally about to win a title? Bosh hits the shot. Is this it? We started in the Jordan era. It's 2014. Nobody's won a title. Rose, the shot, hits it. And the lead's down to 4 with 37 seconds to go. The Orlando Magic. 37 seconds separates them from glory. Unreal. Is this ridiculous run that looked like it would never end actually about to end? Head coach Shaquille O'Neal. 37 seconds to go. Presumably there will be a foul on Starks. There it is. John Starks Jr. He won't be going to the line. At least not yet. George on the inbound, nearly turned it over, and it'll be the rookie Jefferson instead who will go to the line. He missed 2. In game 4, they still got the victory. He misses the first. Hits the second. The lead is 5. 34 seconds to play. Derrick Rose doesn't take the shot. Hands off for Buckner. Mid-range jumper that falls. The lead's down to 3. Doing a Magic version of this, I was able to draft Shaq and Penny. Nice. Chat's team here with the Magic, they were only able to get Penny. Shaq went to multiple different teams. He went to Dallas primarily. And Jefferson will go back to the line. The rookie point guard only in because of the injury to Drew Holiday. Here we go. He makes the first. He makes them both. A 5-point lead for the Magic. 24 seconds to go.
They trail by 5. 24 seconds left in the fourth.
Bergano, what's going on? Good to see you. On the inbound. Len Ariza now. Buckner nearly turns it over. Paul George has it. A clutch steal for Paul George. 19 seconds on the clock. Is now a bad time to tell you the season doesn't count because Endo Mills spammed, can we throw in the towel? Can we throw in the towel? I accepted the towel. This was just for fun to see what was going to happen. Sorry, Endo Mills, you blew it. George hits the first free throw. Oh, man. It finally happened. We started before Giannis was born, and he was drafted last year. He makes them both. 19 seconds away. Buckner to Jeffries for 3. Missed it. Rebounded by Len. Out to Derrick Rose for 3. He misses it. After 84 years, the Orlando Magic are world champions. Congratulations, Chad. It was worth the confetti cannon. Holy fuck, it's finally over. It's finally over. Jesus Christ. It took 84 years. But the Jordan era is finally over. Get in there! Unreal. Jesus Christ, you couldn't have had more opportunities. Like, I just don't get how it took so long, but the job is done. The Orlando Magic get it done and have won the title in 2014.
One team has emerged victorious. The NBA champions. Congratulations to the whole organization and, of course, this incredible team. This Larry O'Brien trophy.
Emotional damage.
Shaquille O'Neal, who is apparently the same height as Adam Silver. Shaq wins the title in Orlando. He just had to be a coach to do it.
You're Bill Russell, Finals MVP.
Finals MVP, John Starks Jr.
And when you talk about the most valuable player in the finals, I don't think you're going to see any.
The Jordan era finally comes to a close. From 1991 all the way to 2014. The deal is done. The deal is done. The Orlando Magic have been crowned champions. Derrick Rose tried his best. What a game, a set of games for both Bosh, Starks, really Paul George as well. What a decision it was to end up with Paul George. There it is. It took years and years and years and years and fucking years. But the deal is done. The Orlando Magic are champions. John Starks Jr., 28 years old, finally gets his. Oh, well, Danny, I missed out on Giannis last year. He was last year's draft. I had the third best odds to get him. Fell to 6th. He went 4th. Finally. Yeah, you missed a year, buddy. Finally. There it is, set in stone. The Orlando Magic. Get it done. Years of domination for the Rockets. 2 of those titles with LeBron, 2 of them without. Of course, LeBron had won twice in Toronto as well. We started way back here. 91-92. With the Cleveland Cavaliers defeating the Utah Jazz. From there, Chicago, Portland, Chicago, Atlanta, Seattle, Cleveland, Milwaukee, Miami, Boston, Phoenix, Philadelphia, Dallas, Seattle again, Toronto, Houston, and finally the Orlando Magic. The Jordan era is finally over.